Hey you guys, it's Smiley from Krybaby Konfessions, and I am here with Amanda Panda
Hello.
for confessional time.
Yes.
So,
Gonna spill the
sorry,
tea.
what tea do we have? Just moms out here working. Sorry it's been a minute. We went like 10 days without doing a session. It's been rainy in Oklahoma. That's why I'm like super comfortable. To be honest, Amanda messaged me at 4 o'clock and was like, "What's your address?" And I was still in my pajamas, laying in the bed, enjoying my day, doing nothing today. So um here we are.
That sounds awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I had this great plan of getting up and going to the Southside shop and checking on things over there. And then I told you I was going to come to Waracre. And then the rain fell, and my husband was all in the bed, all cuddly and stuff. And I was like, "Yep, nope, not doing it."
You know what? It's necessary though.
Yeah.
Because the better you rest, the more energy you have to put towards your dreams.
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure. And sometimes you just need to lay in bed and not answer the phone, not do anything.
Yep.
I've had a very interesting week, to say the least. Figuring out a lot of things in my head, and I announced that I was only going to start doing Saturdays because I was so overwhelmed, and then I felt guilty for feeling overwhelmed, and then so I needed to.
There's a lot to process.
Yeah. Hell yeah, it is.
Yeah. All the time. 20 people.
Yeah. All the time.
And that's not even the clients. That's just the artists.
The clients are the cool ones. No, no, it's definitely been a ride. I really want to learn a little bit about you. I know you've told me a little bit about your story and who you are and kind of your journey here in tattooing, but I wanted to introduce you to the world so you could tell everybody a little bit about Amanda and how you got here.
Okay. It's kind of it feels like something that always should have happened because I've always done art. As a kid, I got moved around a lot, so I used my sketchbook as a way to communicate because I was really shy and really quiet. People couldn't hear me. I'd get told all the time, what are you saying? You can talk. So I would draw to impress people and make friends with them.
For sure.
And that's formed my vision of art is a combination of me and another person's ideas together, so I'd have people come up and watch me draw and be like, will you draw me, will you draw my pet, will you draw this, and that makes me happy,
for sure.
Yeah. So but I didn't really believe in myself for a long time. I got my first tattoo and I was like, hell yeah, I need to do this. Even though it was nerve-wracking and the dude who tattooed me was super rude and did not like me at all. He was like, what do you want? And I was like, oh, my tattoo, please.
What was your first one?
It was a rose that I drew on my foot, and he told me, this isn't tattooable. I'm gonna have to change some stuff about it. And I was like, that's fine.
Do whatever you want.
And now I'm looking at it and I'm like, that's not any better. But it's fine.
It's great.
It was like an old school. But yeah, so I tried to get an apprenticeship in that shop where I got my first tattoo. The only shop I'd ever been into. And they laughed at me and told me to stay in school. So I was like, oh, bet I'm not good enough. So I went to school for art. And it wasn't until my sister moved to Oklahoma and she got an apprenticeship. And I was like, bro, I've been drawing, I would watch Ink Master and draw the prompts and tell myself and tell all my friends, I'll draw your tattoo designs. I'm going to be a tattoo artist one day. So I was like, and you just up and do it.
Yeah.
Right in front of my face like that.
Little sister or big sister?
Little sister.
Oh, so you were really
he was like, yeah, you can do it too. You just have to not take no for an answer.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, because that's what I did. I took no, and that was one. That's all I needed to hear. I was like, okay.
Career over.
Yeah, never mind. Yeah. And so I put together a portfolio, and I went to 12 different jobs trying to find an apprenticeship. So it's not easy. Most people don't get lucky. They don't get offered an apprenticeship, first of all, and they don't get told yes the first time.
Yeah, it's something you definitely have to fight for.
Yeah. But I'm glad that it did take me those 10 years between deciding I want to be a tattoo artist and actually doing it, because I needed the experience of other jobs and I needed to settle down and have my kid, because I was a party animal and I didn't have my head on straight. I didn't have like goals to focus on.
Yeah.
So I had like 22 jobs
Oh, yeah.
before settling down. And I was really good at them, but I just burned myself out and get tired of it and just quit.
Yeah. Next thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Beginning to think I have ADHD or something.
Duh. We all do.
Yeah.
Well, that's awesome.
Yeah.
I mean,
now
and
I'm
it
here,
led you
and now I
here.
know what I want, and now I'm building up to get it.
That's great.
Yeah.
Well, and you've come a really long way from just like first meeting you. And I'm sorry, but when I first met you, you were super quiet and super shy, and like, and now like watching you over the past few years, just like how you've just like blossomed, because you're not super shy anymore.
Oh,
You're not quiet, and even like. If you didn't know, Amanda's manager at the War Acres location, but even like throwing you into that role, I was like, okay, Amanda is kind of like me. I'm a little more passive, but even more passive than me. I'm like, so I'm like, let's see how this goes. And I remember at the first team meeting we had, and you had your notes out, and you were like,
yeah,
you were going
so
through
nervous.
it. Yeah, but you were so like thorough, and you were firm about what you were saying, and I was so proud of you in that moment, because I'm like, it's hard. Like, I don't think people realize how hard it is to manage other people.
Yeah, especially
like,
not artists.
Yeah,
because they're so independent
and free-minded. Like,
yes.
So
and
when
they're
you're like,
not
you need
interested
to
in being told what to do
at all.
Yeah.
No, not at all. At all.
Yeah.
Which is cool. Like, that's one of the great things about our career, I feel like, is that we really do get to be free and be true to who
and like
we are.
I don't really want to tell you what to do either, bro. Like,
just do it. Like,
just do the right thing.
Yeah,
just be a good person.
But for some reason, it's one of those things, like, just in adults, but
nobody's perfect.
Yeah, we all suck.
Yeah, I've like come to think of it more as like a gentle reminder system, rather, like I'm not like in charge of anybody.
Yeah.
It's just like, hey, maybe you should work on this a little bit, and then things would be smoother if you did that.
Great suggestion. Just saying.
Yeah.
No, it does. I think that works better. Like, I'm not an aggressive person, so, well, you know me. Like, I'm very like, let's talk and let's resolve conflict, and let's, but I think that especially with artists, we tend to be more aggressive people, so it's like, if you come off aggressive, or like you try to like, lay down the law, it's like, hell no, I'm out of here. So finding that cool balance of like, let's make it your suggestion, like, now you thought about this, you know what I mean?
I really like, you're not aggressive, but you are to the point. And I think
so are you, though.
That can like rile up some people's defense mechanisms.
Yeah.
But I think both of us are really good at being like, oh, we don't need a defense mechanism. I'm not trying to attack. You.
And to be honest, I never like ever was to the point. My husband actually is who got me there, because
same.
I was always like the one that was like, please don't fight. I don't want to fight. Like, I don't want to fire anybody. I don't want to be mean to anybody. I want everybody to love me. And if you don't love me, I'm going to cry in a corner. So learning to be, I think, more firm, not just like as a owner or a manager, but like just in general for your own boundaries.
Yes.
It feels empowering.
Yeah, for sure.
It's like, I can say no, and I can tell you how I feel.
Yeah,
and
I'll cry about it later.
Yeah. It's a day right now. I'm a boss ass bitch, and I'm going to tell you what I think,
Yeah.
Yeah. I definitely think that putting you in that role and like seeing you do that has been really, really cool.
It's only been a couple months, so I still catch myself when I'm like, should I say something about this? And then I'll call you and be like, should I say something about this?
And I was like, yes, Amanda.
Yeah.
Don't second guess yourself.
And then my husband, he's like, I'll come home and be like, so this happened, and he's like, you should say something right now. Call Smelly right now. And I'm like, no, let me think on it. Let me think on it. And he's like, no, you can't let people walk all over you. And I'm like, nobody's walking. It's fine.
We're just chilling right now. We have the same husband, though.
Yeah.
It's like, he doesn't want anybody to step over you, and he helps you put your boundaries in place. So that's cool.
Always. And he's like, I'll put them there. And I'm like, no, you can't do that.
Well, but even like having kids, like Sagan, watching you like flourish and setting boundaries helps him understand like
Right.
it's okay to say no. Or
I feel like being a parent really helps when it comes to dealing with people too.
Yeah.
Because like I have to be firm with my son or else he's going to turn out to be an asshole.
Yeah.
You know, and I don't want to raise an asshole.
Yeah.
So I'll teach him things like, hey, I said in a minute, it hasn't even been 10 seconds. So that means in a minute.
Oh, you just gave me the whole mom face too. The eyes went into mom mode.
I'm getting flashbacks. Yeah.
So what do you feel like is like one of the hardest things about being a tattoo artist?
So I think it depends on your personality. There's different challenging aspects about all of it. For me, it's really hard to balance my time with responding to people and posting and thinking about myself as a business. So like when I go to post something on Instagram, I just want to post my tattoos. I don't want to post my face.
Yeah.
But I'm like, no, my clients need to be familiar with me so that they feel comfortable when they come in the shop and they're like, that's my artist. There she is right there.
Yeah.
You know? And not like, oh, some strange lady is talking to me. Oh, you're my artist. You know? And like,
or like they followed your art for months and then they come in the shop and they're like, I'm looking for Amanda Panda, and have no idea that they're talking to you.
Yeah. And like, I know that my like selfies and things with my face get way more interaction because it's more personable.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, I need to be more vulnerable with my clients. And that's difficult to do.
Yeah, it's hard. Especially if you're like an introverted person.
Yes.
Yeah. That's super difficult.
And being vulnerable with like the other people in the shop too. Because I'm like, we're all on the same team. Like, I don't need to hide away in my booth. You know,
we
like
gotta socialize and get to know each other.
Yeah.
That's been a really, I feel like, a big struggle for me over the past like 4 months of our growth at Krybabies, is letting other people know that it's okay to be vulnerable with other artists. Like when there's so many personality types.
Yeah.
You know, it went from the beginning with me, G, Jesse, and Danny, you know, and it was like us 4, so we were just chilling. And then it went to 10, and then it went to 15, and then it went to 20. And I'm like, oh shit. Like I have.
And Krybabies is the only shop that's like chill. Like so many other shops are dog eat dog. So all of these people are coming from those environments coming together all at once. And it's like, oh, we are helping each other here. We're not gatekeeping. We're open communication, you know?
Yeah. But toggling that is it's been hard, like trying to figure out how. It's like cool psychologically, because now like I'm not just looking at it as like artist. I'm looking at people, and I'm like, okay, you have a very passive aggressive personality, so I don't want to pair you with someone that's aggressive. So all my Krybabies know, and you probably all think I'm crazy because I move people all the time. Like, hey, guess what? You're moving next week, you know? But it's because I'm starting to learn, like, in order for it to function or flow or work, you have to be attentive to your people, you know? And that's really, like I was saying this week, I've been doing a lot of thinking, and that's really where I feel like my mind is shifting a little bit, because I love being a tattoo artist and my job is awesome. Like getting to sit with people and get to know people and connect with people.
Yeah.
That's what I love about tattooing, versus a lot of people that it's the art, you know? And and for me, it's the connection. And I'm starting to realize, like, now it's time for me to focus that connection on my artist, you know? Like I love my clients, but I can also pair my amazing clients with amazing artists, and psychologically can like figure out who goes with who and who's gonna fit together.
I tattooed a lady today that I was like, dude, you need to meet Smiley. Which I'm sure you have like a million people who want to meet you all the time.
No, whatever, that's you. No, that's how it is.
Yeah.
Like you start to pick up on energies and vibes.
Yeah.
And
that's one of my favorite parts about being a manager, actually, is I feel less pressure to try and take walk-ins that I feel like would be better suited for somebody else.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, if I just say like, I'm the manager and I think this person would really do a good job on your tattoo, then they're like, oh, okay, so you know. And I'm like,
you know the tea, you got it.
Yeah,
for sure. Yeah, I think it's hard to develop trust with clients like that too, though. So
yeah,
if you have the ability to get them to trust you. And you are like, you're one of those people you could just see you and be like, I just trust her. Like, we could just kick it, you know?
Well, I try to be a trustworthy person.
You're a good chick. Like, I love you, man. I don't know. Like, you just have that personality that's just very mellow and chill, and you're not ever gonna get like riled up about anything. Like,
It's the medication.
yeah, that's great. That's great. Me too.
I love it. I
Me
love
too.
being on medication.
I just talked about that. I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm 5 years in on medication, okay? Like, and
Yeah.
it's not anything I'm ashamed of.
It's crazy, like going through a situation that stresses me out and the way I handle it today, as opposed to how I would have handled it even 2 years ago,
Yeah.
is crazy.
Would you tell us like about that? Because I know,
Okay.
like, when I met you, it was you were super jittery and like
Yeah.
figuring that part out. So
Yeah.
and I know we both have autoimmune disorders,
Right.
and that's something that we deal with. And
Yeah,
on top
and it
of being
affects your
artists,
mental health too.
oh yeah, mental health, physical health, emotional health, like
yeah.
it's all over the
It's
place.
yeah, and I joke with my siblings because all of my siblings have autoimmune disorders also and have mental illness. Woohoo, we won the lottery. That it's like,
They
I
come
don't
together.
know if it's physical illness, mental illness, trauma, what's going on today?
Yeah.
Who knows?
What's that cartoon that with all the emotions?
Oh, Inside Out?
And
Or
yeah.
is that what it's called? The Pixar movie?
Yeah, Inside Out. Yeah, that's what I feel like all the
exactly,
time. Like, which little emotion's
yeah.
gonna come out of me today? You never know.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And like when you are neurodivergent, you use a mask a lot, especially
Yeah.
with a customer facing job, and like trying to decide which mask is the appropriate mask to wear when
real.
is so hard sometimes.
For real.
But I usually do a pretty good job of vibing with my client in this situation, and it
Yeah.
makes me feel like a chameleon sometimes.
I was literally
you know?
about to say that.
Yeah.
I used to feel guilty about that. Like,
yeah,
I used
me
to
too.
feel like I
am
wasn't.
I a narcissist?
Am I not being true to who I am?
Yeah,
Who am I?
exactly.
Who is this person you just pulled out of the hat? But you have to learn to like evolve and meet people where they're at and make them comfortable. I think
it's okay to be multifaceted also.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think that's a bad thing.
I think it's cultural. Like,
yeah.
I mean, I just think it's you being able to connect with people and how you make people comfortable. And if you feel comfortable in that situation, then are you really not being true to yourself?
It's like, I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to say something that's not true or that I feel is wrong.
Yeah.
I'm just going to act a little more bubbly around one person than another.
Yeah. Because somebody else that puts their headphone in and wants to just like sit down and be dark and not say anything. I'm going to be like, I'm going to be dark with you. Like, we're going to, we're going to turn on some rock and like, we're going to go into another realm. I don't know. So the autoimmune mental health stuff.
Right.
Tell me about that journey.
Okay. So when you first met me, I was leaving a situation that wasn't great for me. And I don't want to talk crap about where I was coming from because I can see the perspective of like an old school mentality working for an apprenticeship for somebody else. And I went through my whole apprenticeship and I stuck it out, but it did ingrain this like chip on my shoulder that I need to prove as a woman that I can do this.
Yeah.
Which I don't know if they intended to do, if that's like the tough love aspect or whatever. It worked because it is part of what motivates me, is to prove that I don't need to use like sexuality to get attention.
Yeah.
And that I can use only my talent and my personality.
Yeah.
But and part of the driving force of like accepting a position like manager and everything is to prove to myself too that I do have what it takes and that I do have the grit, because that's in all of tattooing. It's like, you got to have grit, you got to work through it, you hustle, and I've never been that type of personality. So I'm like, okay, I want to prove that I can hustle my way.
Yeah.
That you don't have to be toxic with it. And that all came from a lot of the mental health journey I went through. I had really severe anxiety, which came from mostly my autoimmune disorder. I realized that after getting on medication and being like, oh my gosh, this is a totally different person.
Yeah, who am I?
Like, oh, I'm not having a heart attack because somebody walked in the door. People would like literally just walk in the shop and I would be at the front desk like, how can I help you? And I think there was also pressure put on my shoulders that was like unnecessary. Like, I would look for a critique and be told why did you do that? That sucks.
Yeah.
And so that didn't really help me. That just made my mental health way worse. And I would have like panic attacks every night. But I thought, because that was the only environment I'd ever been in, that's normal. And I'm the one who's weak.
Yeah.
I'm the one that doesn't have what it takes, you know? After I met you, I just immediately felt a total vibe shift in your shop. And the people that were around you, that when I came on, were very relaxed, chill people, and they all seemed invested in helping me grow.
Yeah.
I also knew that I wasn't like where I needed to be. So
Yeah.
I came in humble. I had been humbled for
Yeah.
sure, but it feels weird to allow myself to be confident now.
Mhm.
Like, I feel like I always have to take it back a notch. Like, I'll be like, oh, I'm so proud of that tattoo, except for this and this and this. Like,
Yeah.
oh, yeah.
But that's part of being humble.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, that's okay. It's good.
Yeah. So I have Graves' disease. I will always have Graves' disease. And it attacks my thyroid, and that gave me hand tremors. But I, at the time, thought that it was all mental.
Mhm.
So I was like, oh, I'm such a delicate little flower that I just can't handle any amount of pressure, even just to do a simple tattoo.
Yeah.
Oh no, fine line, can't do that.
Sorry.
Oh no, like you're watching me, your friend's here. Oh god. And so every new thing, and there's so many variables to tattooing. So every new variable, every time it was a new type of needle, a new pigment,
Yeah.
a new position, a new spot on the body to tattoo, it was like panic attack, panic attack, panic attack.
Sure. It wasn't familiar. It was new.
Yeah,
So.
yeah. And you were the first person that I like looked up to who looked at my work and were like, hey, it's okay. You will get there. We need to figure out the problem, like the root of the problem. And I was like, oh, I thought I was the problem. And so you gave me the suggestion to go to your doctor. And he found out that I have Graves' disease. He put me on this medication that slows down my thyroid. So hand tremors are gone.
Which is crazy.
Yeah, Chase and I would have.
When I met her, literally, like,
It was like
this,
this.
like, all the time. It was crazy.
Chase would every night be like, how was your day? How was your tattoo? Let me see your hands.
Yeah.
And I would be like this, like, and so I was tattooing on hard mode.
So was it always like that? Like,
No. When I first started tattooing, like during my apprenticeship, my first round of tattoos, it was actually, I got a lot of positive feedback, and it was like, I can't believe you are doing this well. This is your first 5 tattoos, and you already understand shading. You already understand this and that, and like you're using the right needle depth and everything. And I was like, yay! And it just got progressively worse. And the response to me getting progressively worse was like, what the fuck are you doing?
yeah.
And I was like, I don't know. So I took it all very personally, and I thought like, I'm not cut out for this, but it's all I've ever wanted for the past 10 years. So I was like, I can't not be cut out for it. I'll just push through. And I feel bad. Like sometimes it keeps me up at night. Some of the tattoos that I've done, just even if they're happy with it, because I know I could have done better if I had gotten medicated and seen earlier, you know?
But I mean, they can reach out to you.
Yeah. And I'm totally down. Like, just PSA, if you're a client from those years and you have a tattoo you're not happy with, I'm more than happy to rework it and to fix it up, zhuzh it, whatever. We'll make it happen.
I think that's why I really fell in love with you though, like when you came, and why I appreciate you so much even now, because I've watched artists, and just in the shop, outside the shop, other shops, but I've watched artists that come in with such a humble attitude, and then over time you see that dissipate,
Mm-hmm.
and the person that you met that was humble and eager and hungry and was so dedicated to their craft starts to become more like self-involved,
Yeah.
and as a human, it irritates me.
Yeah.
It frustrates me, because I'm like, if you just stay focused on the path, that, it doesn't matter how good you get or how much money you make or how great you are, there's always gonna be someone better. Like
Right.
that's the way the world works, and
and you're not gonna get better by thinking you're already there.
Yeah. And so like you like watching you and you being open to the critiques, because I'm not gonna lie, we took you through hell for those first few months. I'm like,
okay, to be honest, that's nothing compared to my apprenticeship.
Really? Oh man, I thought I was hardcore.
No, I mean, it was stressful because it was like a new environment and I wanted to impress everybody, and I didn't want to be fired when I had already kind of burnt a bridge leaving my mentor.
Yeah.
And I was like, this was my like beacon of hope, was like a shop that was run by a woman, and just the way you run things is a lot more conducive. So I was like, if I'm going to succeed, it's going to be here.
Yeah.
I don't want to go to another street shop or another like biker shop or whatever shop down the street.
Back to the same environment.
And do it all again.
Yeah.
So like every move I make, I want to be a forward move. And even if it feels like, if it's humbling and it sucks, that's okay as long as it's forward.
Yeah. But that's what's so cool about like watching your journey, because I've seen you go from like where you would come in and even like on the fake skin, your line would be like, and I'd be like, and I remember like buying hand exercising things. And like, I was like, whatever this girl wants it so bad. It doesn't matter. We are going to figure it out. Like, and then at the end, I know we finally were like, I was like, there's got to be something more going on.
Right.
Like, go see a doctor. We've done everything.
Like I'm totally sober. I cut out caffeine. I don't know what's happening.
You weren't drinking 12 Red Bulls a day anymore. Like, I was like, there's something more to this. But even like, we went to the convention and you won your first award. And that was like proud mom moment for me. Like I was so excited. I literally cried.
I did too.
I was so excited for you.
I was like, I'm the only one here crying. Everybody else was like, oh yeah, of course I won this award because I'm awesome.
No, bro.
And I'm like, me?
I was sitting on the floor at the convention like, oh my God. Like I was so freaking proud of you because you worked so hard to get there. And even though you've become a incredible artist and you've worked your ass off to get there, you're still the same person that you were when I met you when you walked through the door. And that's the coolest thing about you to me is I
do not feel like I'm anywhere near where I want to be.
Well, and
like I feel like finally my hand is doing what my brain wants it to, but that doesn't mean that I understand tattooing. Like I feel like I just dipped my toes in the pool.
Will we ever?
Yeah.
I mean, you never stop learning, and every time you learn something or I can't even say master something, but when you become great at something new comes out and you're like,
that's true.
Shit, now I got to get good at this thing too. So it's like, I don't think you can ever really be the best at this. It's something you're always going to have to dive into and you have to stay humble. And I don't know, that's been on my heart a lot lately. And like just watching the evolution of people and in the industry and myself too, I know that my shop's grown a lot and just a few years, and
you could very well be like,
well, sometimes it's easy. Like sometimes I will even, I'm a human, so sometimes I'll be like, I did that shit, but then kind of like you, I step back and I'm like, chill out. You know what I mean? Like the best is yet to come. And I haven't even reached my full potential and I have so much more to give. And if I just start thinking that I'm at the best place I can be right now and think I'm better than other people or think I'm, no, like I still want to be true to myself and true to who I was in my mission whenever I started this shop. And that was to help people and love on people and make people feel accepted and wanted. And if I become so self-centered that I can't do that for people anymore, then I've lost myself, so.
And I'd like to be around people who, if I do start doing that, would tell me.
Like, please tell me I'm being a self-centered bitch. Like, please get me in check, you know?
And my husband is that person.
Oh, mine too. Mine too.
He will literally be like, what'd you tattoo today? Zoom in. What happened with that line? And I'm like, I know, they're coming back. Okay. And he's like, okay.
When we do.
And he doesn't even tattoo. He's just.
He's like Landon to me. Like
he
analytical and like very, like he knows what to look for. And he's been with you. You guys have been married 10 years, right?
We've been married for 8 years, but we've been together for 10.
So he's been with you through this whole journey. And you study your craft. So it's not like you're just at the shop drawing. You're at
Right.
home doing it and you're sharing that with your husband. So even though he doesn't physically tattoo,
Yeah.
he's kind of learned about tattooing with you, you know?
Yeah.
And honestly, Chase, if you're watching this, whenever we do, you know, I was talking about doing that episode where we do like kind of like an Ink Masters thing at Krybaby.
Yeah.
I think Chase should be a judge. Like,
oh my gosh.
I'll let him tear those tattoos apart.
He
like,
loves judging people.
we need to
Just
be a
kidding.
Simon Cowell, you know? Like, we need that hardcore guy that's going to be like, that line sucks. And someone that doesn't tattoo, because like, I know it's like, even at conventions, you have all these like amazing tattoo artists judging your shit. But at the end of the day, clients are the ones that look at your tattoo all day.
That's true.
Like, I'm not going to be like walking around and have 25.
Oh, that's him right now. Hold on.
What's up, Chase? You can answer.
Hey, I gotta let you go. I'm podcasting with Smiley right now.
We're actually talking about you.
Yeah,
You're
we're
on.
talking about you right now.
You're on live.
Okay.
That's Chase.
Yeah,
But I think
me
it would
turn
be
this on
cool to
slightly.
have some client judges, because like
that would be cool.
everybody's perspective
Maybe-
is so different.
Like the client that Matt tattooed, the that you did her back and Matt did the Einstein.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
she knows us and like has a lot of big tattoos. You
Yeah,
know?
yeah.
like,
And
it
she
would be
like
cool.
knows what to like, what she likes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I think that's important.
Yeah, I think John would be too nice.
Yeah. Oh yeah, John would definitely be too nice. Yeah. His comment today was so freaking funny on your pregnancy post. He's like, you look a little chubby in that picture.
I was like, yeah, I was pregnant. Like, I didn't know if he was joking or not.
He was joking.
Okay, yeah.
He's great.
I figured it was a joke.
If y'all didn't know, we have a chaplain at Crybabies. His name's John. I'm sure that's probably, he might be him watching, because John usually tunes into all our stuff. But John's great. He brings us snacks, and he literally, those cheddar cheese chive crackers.
Oh yeah, I love those.
Oh girl, they make me through my day. Like,
Yeah,
I depend on
100%.
those crackers.
Yeah.
Do you get the cinnamon rolls? Have you ever
I've
gotten
gotten a cinnamon roll for my birthday.
Oh,
It was good.
they're delicious. Shout out Big Sky Bakery that John brings us all the time. But yeah, no, I think it would be really cool to have like a client and like outside eyes looking at things.
Yeah.
Do you know what you're going to do at the convention, by the way?
Not yet.
No?
No.
No plan?
No plan.
No?
I went in last time with no plan, so
Yeah.
every convention has been no plan so far.
Yeah, I've been planning this one.
Yeah?
I got some clients that are going to drive down, and one of them, she's my friend. I was like, can I please just do whatever I want to do? Like, we just trust me to do whatever. And she's like, yeah, totally.
Oh, that's awesome.
So I get to have fun.
I
I'm
might
excited.
try and submit an anime piece.
Oh, that'd be dope.
Yeah.
That'd be dope.
I might be like, hey, half off an anime leg piece.
Yeah, for sure. And they're
Yeah.
driving to Dallas. I think that's like
Yeah.
100% fair.
Yeah.
Yeah, you should do
Yeah,
that.
we'll see.
Yeah. Y'all heard it. No, you should do that though. I think it would be dope. And I saw, I don't know, did you see I tagged you on the
Yeah, I screenshotted
So they're fresh
all
or
those.
healed. So
Oh, okay.
I was like, well, that's cool. So I'm gonna start on my piece like week after next and get some of it done and then finish it out there. So that way some of the color can heal, because you know I'm gonna throw like puke color on my tattoo. So yeah.
What?
I'm gonna puke color all over the tattoo.
Oh,
Like,
okay.
it's gonna be a lot of color.
A puke color? And
No.
I was like, what
Why?
kind of like
Why? Why
what
would
color palette are you using?
green, yellow, puke green, shit green? No, I just want a lot of color, and I want to do some abstract stuff. So I'm excited. That she's gonna let me play, because you know a lot of times artists don't. I mean, clients aren't always like into what you're into. So I'm like, let me just paint on you, please. Let me just throw paint on you and then tattoo it. Like,
being a tattoo artist is so cool.
It's the funnest job.
Literally.
Yeah, it really is. And honestly, like being around other artists is
so cool.
Fucking awesome, man. Like, just getting,
especially people with positive vibes.
Yeah.
Like, literally, if I walk in the shop and somebody says good morning, I'm like, good morning. Like,
yeah,
my day's better now.
I think the coolest part is like you get to be who you are. Like, I don't care if you're a priest and you're sitting in my chair. If I want to say fuck, I can say it 10 times.
Right.
Like,
yeah.
And
I probably won't.
I probably wouldn't. I wouldn't either. But I mean, it's one of those careers where
Yeah.
You get to be true to
Yeah.
who you are. So
You are in control, and the way you run your business is true to your moral compass,
Yeah.
you know? So, like, I've worked for a couple of jobs before where I didn't like a policy or something, and I feel like in this shop, if I don't like something, I can come to you
hell yeah.
and give you my reasoning, and 10 times out of 10 you're like, here's why I did that,
Yeah.
you know.
Hell yeah.
And I'm like, oh, that makes more sense, and that's a broader perspective than what I had, so your way makes sense, you
Hell
know.
yeah.
Or if you're like, actually your idea is good, you'll just say that and implement it. It's not, you
Yeah.
know, it's super easy just to come to you with feedback and ideas.
I
Like,
think
I
that's cool.
texted you last night, like, I want to go to a pumpkin patch, I want to do a chalk contest.
We're there.
Yeah.
A
And
chalk contest is cool though.
yeah,
Did you tell them yet?
yeah, I told Dylan because he's the only one in the shop for most of today. But
Yeah.
but it was raining today, so we
Yeah.
couldn't do that. But
Tomorrow's 50% chance. I think on Thursday's supposed to rain too. Friday.
okay,
Friday. You have high hopes on Friday.
there we go.
And it sucks because it's slow, so it would be
Maybe we could do. Maybe whoever's free could do a square
like
whenever they're free and take a picture of it, and then we could post all of them and have the clients vote.
Yeah, that'd be good.
On which chalk drawing they like the best, without saying who did what.
That'd
like,
be
don't
dope.
sign it.
Yeah. And then they have no biased opinion on it.
Yeah, I think that'd be cool.
I think we should get Southside and Northside to do it too.
Yeah.
And then that way it's like a
And
little
chalk is
battle
really
of
cheap.
the three. Hell yeah.
I mean, are Crayola chalk?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
That's
I mean, they
the
even
cheap
have
one you find at the
I
dollar
think they
store.
have, don't they have paint chalk that washes off too?
Yeah.
Yeah. And that would even be cooler because then it would stay a little bit longer. You know what I mean?
So that'd be cool.
I think it'd be fun to have a mural on our sidewalk.
Yeah, for like 24 hours
Our
until the rain
landlords might be
washes it.
pissed if we, painted it. But
Really? Oh yeah.
Yeah. No. We can. Yeah. But I mean, I think that like marker chalk, I think it stays for like a good, cool little minute. I don't think.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
So
Maybe we should have a theme.
Every shop has a different theme. We should do. Every shop has a different theme.
Yeah.
We should do like
underwater.
Like an underwater theme.
Yeah.
Like a floral theme.
Yeah. Dylan won't like that. He said he hates flowers.
Y'all should do a traditional theme.
Traditional.
Yeah. We should do a tattoo style theme on each one. So like traditional realism. Oh, we could do realism.
That'd be cool.
No, that'd be hard to judge. So
that would be, yeah. Then it's like this eagle or this whole entire face.
Right.
Like,
yeah, that would be hard. But it would, I don't know. I don't know. We'd have to see if our artist could achieve some portraits on some chalk.
Maybe I'll post in the important
group chat. That's important.
It's an emergency, actually.
That important group chat is shit. It is shit. Listen, it's not ever important, ever. And then I call randomly at 11 o'clock at night, like last night, and everyone's asleep. My brain goes 1,000 miles a minute, man.
Yeah, I'm the same way.
And I have to call like in the moment, because if I don't get it out,
that's why I text you at random points.
Hell yeah, because I'm gonna forget, and I'll go back to our text and be like, oh yeah, shit, I need to do that.
Oh, see, I never look at my texts again.
Oh,
and that's the problem.
I do. I'm old now.
Sorry to my clients. It's like once a week, I'm like 127 messages. Oh, I better go back.
Hey, listen, clients, literally give us some grace sometimes, because it is extremely overwhelming at times, and we do have personal lives, and I think enough artists talk about that, like that it's known, but like we're not ever trying to ignore anyone, and if you don't get a response in 24 hours or whatever, reach out again. Like
somebody reached out to me again today, and I was like, oh, thank God they did, because I love this idea and I would love to tattoo it. Like,
yes, and like, I'm so sorry I forgot, but please bother me. Like,
yes, literally.
I am not going to be offended, because I have so much shit going on that if I don't get back to you, it's not personal. It's not that I don't like you. It's not that I don't want to tattoo you. It's just that I probably opened it, looked at it, and then had 1,000 other things happen. Yeah. And it just, sometimes it's hard to circle back to all.
Yes.
I want to show you. Look at this ridiculous shit. Look at this. 2,972 unread messages. Compare this shit.
272.
I mean, that's a lot. Like, I'm scared to even open
91 missed phone calls.
Yeah. Oh, 91. Okay. Yeah. 91 is worse than me. I have 50. 50 is pretty bad too. Yeah, 50 is pretty rough.
Well, mine are a lot of spam callers too, so I don't.
And crybabies.
Yeah, I do not answer the phone if a client is calling me because that stresses me out. I'm so sorry. I'm like, no. Just text me. Just text me.
Well, you heard it. Text her. You text her. Don't call her. She'll freak out. That's crazy.
So I'm like, you don't need to hear my voice.
You can see my face, but you can't hear my voice.
Not right now.
That is funny.
I don't know why.
All the TikToks you've been doing and stuff, though, like
I'm trying.
It's been super cool. Like,
thank you.
And like, there's other artists that, and you know who you are. Just
you do.
You know who you are.
And I will drag you into a TikTok with me.
I've been trying to get to like show their face, and so it's cool because I don't think people really understand how important it is. And I was not this good. Like, I don't know when I got good at like talking. I don't know when that happened in my life.
You're doing great.
I'm working on it. And this is one of those things where I'm like, good job. Yes. Because 5 years ago, I was still bubbly, but like, I think teaching taught me that. Like having to get in front of a bunch of grown ass women and teach them how to do hair. And women can sometimes be very catty. It
makes my armpits spicy.
Intimidating. Yes, girl. Like, I would have rather been in front of a room full of men than a room full of adult women and been I'm going to tell you what to do today.
Especially hairdressers.
Oh, man, they're spicy.
I love them.
They're spicy. But, I was a hairdresser. I know.
I feel like if I wasn't doing tattoos, I'd do hair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you probably get that. I get it all the time. They're like, do you do hair? Or do you do tattoos? Like, I'll get one of the two. Do you get that?
People assume tattoos a lot.
Yeah.
I think probably because of the face tattoo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When's Chase going to let you get another one?
He said I had to wait a year, and it's been a year.
Chase.
I want the Krybaby in my ear.
Oh, the eardrop.
Yeah.
That's so cute.
Yeah.
I love how
Lillian. Because this one has a cartilage piercing.
Yeah, you should. I'll do it. Can I do it?
Yeah.
Okay. Can it be pink?
Of course.
Okay.
It has to be pink.
Oh my God, yeah.
Yeah.
And we'll do it. I like to do them where they look wet, like with the little white and then the little blobs in it. So we can make like a little cartoony eardrop.
Heck yeah.
Eardrop. That is so cute to me. It's corny, but it's so cute.
Yeah, it's cute.
And I know you want Sagan's name too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We decided we're going to do that matching though.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's right.
I don't remember where. I think collarbone.
Oh, okay.
This one.
You should tattoo Chase at the convention. Is he? Oh, he has to work.
He does.
Yeah.
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 And he's already taking 2 weeks off.
He doesn't like big sessions either, right?
I don't think he likes any tattoos. I don't think he likes being in pain.
He's just a supporter. He supports his wife.
Yeah. I feel like every tattoo he's gotten has been 100% for him to be like, okay, you can use my body. Not like, I love tattoos. You know? And I'm like, I'm saving his arms for the day when he wants something that's like really his idea, like really not that I don't force my husband to get tattoos, but
and take this
when
tattoo.
he's like, I can't wait to get this. I've been thinking about it for a month now, like that kind of vibe.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. You think he'll get there?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I could see Chase tatted up. Like he looks like he'd be tatted up.
Like at least one full sleeve.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like one at least.
Yeah.
Chase. Yeah, no, I could definitely see that. But it's cool that he lets you. I know, like at the convention, you know, Fat his body's covered. Like, everything's covered. So anything I've ever gotten to do on him has been a cover up because there's no space on his body.
Yeah.
So he has his thighs, and he's always like, I ain't getting my damn thighs tattooed. So at the convention, I was like, can I please just one area that has nothing underneath it that I don't have to cover, and he's taking one for the team. So
hell yeah,
that's what a good husband does. You know what I mean? I'm like, I appreciate you. So, and it's like I'm gonna have to show you the piece because I'm very intimidated by it. And I hope he's not listening because then he won't want me to do it. He'll be like, never mind. But it's something that I don't normally do. So I'm like, and at the convention, so I'm like, if I screw this up royally, it'll be great.
So like, I feel like conventions make me focus more.
Oh my God.
Because there's so much going on and
people are watching you. So you're like,
but I can drown it out. Like
headphones in.
It's like white noise to me.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. At the convention we did last, it was like 10 hours felt like 2.
Yeah.
And
Literally.
I wanted that piece to be so
And you
perfect.
don't even realize you're hungry until after you're like, oh, I'm dying.
Yeah. Yeah. And then they have the bar at the front. That was not helpful at all. I'm like, well, who did this? Who decided that having a bar at the front of a tattoo convention was a great idea? But it did save my life a few times. I'm not going to lie. I'm over here at my own podcast drinking a Seagram. So, it's one of those days.
It's your house.
It's one of those days.
You're not drinking and driving or anything.
I almost didn't put any makeup on. I was like, listen, Amanda's going to come over here. I'm going to be in my robe and my house shoes, and we're going to do this podcast in real life.
Like, you know what? Instead, let's watch Mean Girls.
Right. Girls' night. Who wants to talk? Well, I am super, super excited that you came and spent some time with me.
Thank you.
Told me a little bit. I know there's a lot more, so you're going to have to come back on because I feel like
there's stuff I'll say not on the air.
Oh, hell no. This is confessional. You got to tell it. What I really want to do is I want to do like a podcast where we talk about crazy stories from our clients eventually. So.
Because I don't know if I have it.
Oh my God, I've got some crazy ones.
I bet you do. You attract crazy people.
I really do.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like I have some stories.
Yeah.
I'll come home and be like, you'll never believe what happened today. I'm like, I cannot make this shit up. I swear this is not a lie.
At that time at the South Side, the client in the wheelchair.
Oh,
the naked man.
Yes, man. Just rolling around, butt ass naked, man. That was a great time.
Yeah. I always miss things like that.
You guys need to come feed the homeless with us. Did you see we did that Sunday?
I did, and I was like, that sounds fun.
You guys should come do that.
Yeah.
This time we learned, because we were just giving full pizzas, because we were like, we know they got homies and everybody's going to eat, you know, but next time I want to like get slices and chips and water and put them in like the little like to-go thing. So it goes a little longer.
It's probably more expensive, but I have like a go bag with like a towel, Band-Aids, feminine products, a comb, deodorant, toothbrush, razors
in your car
that I keep. Yeah. So I think, I don't know if they need that stuff
but
too,
we could, that's what we were talking about. Like, I think
socks.
Yeah.
Socks is one of the
gloves,
things I need the most.
Well, it's not winter right now, but
yeah.
But I mean, water, just your basics, toothbrush, things like that.
Maybe fresh produce too. I bet they don't get a lot of that.
Yeah.
Like
oranges,
apples and oranges and stuff. Yeah.
I think what we were talking about is like maybe every other week going and then just doing something different every time. And I was like, we were talking about it and I was like, I want it to be like where the black truck pulls up and they're like, oh, they're here. You know what I mean?
Have
like,
you ever contacted the Homeless Alliance?
We actually go down there. So
yeah.
Christmas, I started it a few years back, but my kids, before they get to open their Christmas presents, we go at 5 a.m. and we'll serve breakfast
That's awesome.
at the Homeless Alliance. So, and it's crazy because I thought my kids are pretty rotten, you know, just because I love them, and but they're pretty rotten. And so I really thought like going up there, they were going to be really anxious to get back to open their stuff. But every time they've gone, like they don't want to leave, you know.
That's
so
awesome.
I think it's a really cool thing. And even yesterday, Clea, she was cracking me up. There was this lady, and mental health is real, you know. And so she was telling me how she was on the streets because she was in a Navy missionary, and that she had 53 more years in this mission that she was in.
Wow.
And so when we left, Clea was like, she like hugged her, and she said the funniest thing, though. I've got to share this. She said, I love your tattoos. And I was like, thank you. And she was like, yeah, I used to do tattoos. And I was like, oh, that's awesome. And she's like, normally I'm covered in tattoos. And I was like, oh, that's awesome. But anyway, so when we left, Clea was like, Mom. And I was like, it was the perfect opportunity to be like, you know, our life stories are so different. And I haven't exposed you to some of the things that these people have been exposed to or have gone through in their lives. And it's cool for my kids who have been pretty privileged, you know, their whole life, to see a different aspect. It was really cool. So
and in a controlled way that doesn't traumatize them.
Like,
not to be rude, but
because I mean, when we went with G, like one year we did the shop, we made Christmas plates and we took them. And I'll never forget, my kids were out there and this lady comes out with her shirt off, just titties hanging down to the knees. And she comes over to get, because we had like filled the truck up with.
Imagine though, eating a Christmas dinner, titties out.
Yeah.
That sounds amazing.
And that was was a good man. We did greens and stuffing and ham. That was cool. We need to do that again too. But that was traumatizing. I remember she doesn't remember it now, but when she left, she was like, I saw her titties.
I can imagine Kalea's face doing that to you,
girl.
Like,
and she's extra, so
yeah, she makes a lot of the same faces as you.
Yeah. It's much fun for sure. But yeah, I appreciate you coming, and
thank you for having
fun. And I want to do this again, so I really want to have everybody come back, and especially because I'm learning how to do this, and I have not had questions or anything. I just want like freestyle conversation. So I want to get to a point where I have like specific things to ask, maybe here and there, you know?
Yeah. Maybe once like everybody gets introduced.
Yeah.
Then it can be like, I don't know, black and gray artist asks these questions too, or whatever.
Yeah. And just kind of like dig a little bit deeper. But I want the opportunity for people to get to know you guys. And Amanda's amazing. If you are interested in booking with Amanda, I'm going to let her give you all of her booking information, as well as her Instagram. Phone number if you want to text her. Not call. Phone number if you want to text her. She, like I said, she's at our Krybabies War Acres. I'll let you tell them what you specialize in and give them all your info.
So I don't know if I really have a specialization yet. I started doing more like traditional and neo-traditional stuff, so that's probably my strong suit. And I've dabbled in some realism with animals and plants, and that's mostly black and gray. But I am trying to spread my wings and try other things also. I really love Japanese also, and black work. You can find me on Instagram and Facebook under the same name, and it's Amanda Panda, like a panda bear, and Ink, I-N-K, not I-N-C. And you can message me on there. Both of those websites have my booking link. It's under the Gloss Genius that the whole shop uses. So you'll have to go through that link and then click my name. And my phone number, only the cool ones get my phone number.
You gotta message her first.
Yeah, you gotta message me first, and then I'll give you my phone number.
Amanda's awesome though, you guys, and she will definitely hook you up. And like she said, she's finding her specialization. So if you have some cool pieces, I know she would be super stoked to do some fun, unique, different things. I know realism is something she's been focusing on too. So yeah, she's
trying it out.
She's trying it all. I need you to tattoo me.
I need to give you that gem and the holograms tattoo.
Yeah. Right. I want it on my knee fat.
Okay.
I want to hide my knee fat with gem and the hologram. So when I bend my knee, it's like
my
a Batman rock star instead of a fat roll. You know what I mean?
Well. That's why I love tattoos. They hide everything.
Yeah.
Like cellulite? No, that's texture.
Throw something there. Put a little water scene on that.
Yeah.
All right. Well, you guys, we'll talk to you later. Thanks for joining Krybaby Confessional, and have a great night.